Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Chris, and in this video I would like to show you how you can build the FlipMouse from its construction set. Here you see all the FlipMouse parts as they come in the construction kit, and the detailed documentation how you build the construction set is available on GitHub. So here is the FlipMouse GitHub, and in the subfolder construction kit you can find the construction manual PDF. So here we start with an overview of all the parts. We have the main PCB, two LEDs, the sensor board PCB, and the connection cable between the sensor board and the main PCB, the 3D printed enclosure, and the lid, the plastic tube and the tube fitting, then 4 metal screws which are M2 by 10 millimeters, 2 metal screws which are M2 by 16 millimeters, the front lid of the enclosure, the hot shoe adapter for mounting the FlipMouse, and the FlipMouse mouthpiece. Okay, let's start with the mounting steps. First we will solder the two LEDs into the main PCB. Here we have the main PCB, that's the front, and we take the LEDs so that they face towards the front, and we insert the 4 legs into the holes. First LED and the second one. Looking from the front, the LEDs should be mounted so that they do not really touch the jack plugs. So there should be about 1 or 2 millimeters between the jack plugs and the LEDs. Then we can solder them on the back side. Note that there are only 3 solder connectors per LED. The 4th connector is not soldered. After you have soldered the in total 6 connections, you can cut away the rest of the wires. Alright, so the LEDs are properly mounted. Next is the attachment of the sensor PCB. We take the enclosure and the sensor PCB. We insert the sensor PCB in a way that the red connector fits the hole. So the red connector is actually on the top left if you look from the inside. Push it in a little bit. Then we take the lid and insert it at the front, push it a little bit. And then insert the 4 2x10mm screws. It might be helpful to use a tool for the bottom screws. And then carefully screw them in. Don't screw them in too hard, just a firm fit. And have a look at the front side. Should be flat in order to have a stable connection. Next step is the hot shoe adapter. So we take the screw of the hot shoe adapter, insert it into the enclosure so that it fits here, and then we turn the screws, mounting screws for the hot shoe adapter on here. You can really tighten these screws quite a lot, so that the flip mouse can be mounted later to a mounting arm. As a next step, we prepare the tube, the silicone tube, and just attach the tube fitting to one end of the tube. This will help to get a good fit of the silicone tube to the pressure sensor. So that's it. In the next step, we will insert the main PCB into the enclosure. So in order to fit, we just push it a little bit here, and it should fit right into the enclosure. We can then attach the tube to the pressure sensor and to the front here, to the lure lock. Next step is the connection cable. The connection cable can only fit correctly in one position. Pay attention to the lid here. So it can only be inserted in such a way that it fits the sensor board like this. And then you turn it around like this to fit the connector on the main PCB. Next step, we connect the top lid. And we fix it using the M2x16 screws. Okay, good fit. Yeah, and that's it. Connect the mouthpiece to the front. And FlipMouse is ready for testing. In order to test your FlipMouse, just connect the USB micro cable. It should come up with an acoustic beep and with a lightning front lid. And now we can head over to the web configuration software. Just go to the web page flipmouse.asterix.eu and then click Connect to FlipMouse. Then select the correct COM port, press Connect, and you should see the light values of your FlipMouse sensor. Here you can perform all further settings. You see the FlipMouse is active, it can already control the mouse cursor, and yeah, you can perform all different settings, ZipHuff activities, actions, and all functions of the FlipMouse here. Make sure to check the firmware version in the tab General. You can see the installed version of your firmware and the current available version on GitHub. If you find the available version being newer, then click Override Firmware or Update Firmware, and you will find instructions how to install the firmware. Basically, you download the new firmware file to your computer, then you set your device into download mode, which opens a drive, and you just pull this file which has been downloaded to the new drive, and this will actually install the new firmware. After that, you reload the page, connect to the FlipMouse again, and you should see the updated firmware version in general. So have fun with your FlipMouse. If you have any questions, contact us via our homepage, Asterix Foundation, and you can ask questions there, or you can write us an email. So this is it for today. See you again next time. Bye bye.